emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. For pocket full on repeat. Alright, common stuff aboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. For pocket full on repeat. Strong with pocket full on repeat. Gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battery can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go. Taking me to pin town. PO said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on underage, that's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said 2 wide, no 10 tile. I need like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to me. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a ball food. Don't be worried about what straw do. Do you and I'm a blue eye. Third boy got a paint job with a clip coat, that's a fall guy. The girlfriend needed to the beat, I was fresh, need no clip fine. Give me wet and Beyonce, put a ring on it in a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee and I'm shoot 3. Put sweat in it 2 degrees. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it. Call the federal board emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. For pocket full on repeat. Alright, call the federal board emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. For pocket full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. Walking through the air, no night flight. There was some people. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on my big ground. Rabbit face the Usain Bolt. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 19 is crunch time, and I send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroids, there's a flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming full force, no one, just know I don't fight fair. No fight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the head, lock into the tap, 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 tap there. Short of LCPR. What the hell are he weak for? To go to the water, let him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm an old damn lifeguard. Been there, swim with Shaw. Life show me once hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time talk about who is who. Baby on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Strout.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here on Hood Talk with the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get the show started. Tell them what we're talking about tonight.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube or Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you want to show him some love, there's that information that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But one other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Doesn't cost a thing.
Okay, well, we got a Wayne Dane duty today.
Yeah, we're here for this double whammy. Let's get it started. We're going to talk about what makes a man commit to a relationship and what's going on with these food stamps. What makes a man stay or leave a relationship? And if the government don't open soon in November, how will Thanksgiving look?
Oh, so what makes a man commit and this and that? I'm just gonna jump into it.
Do that.
I mean, I'm gonna start out with that one. Come on with it.
Feeling like he is wanted and needed. That makes a man commit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think a lot of men get in situations where they feel like the person is telling them kind of like they don't need them, you know, feeling unwanted, feeling down the line, feeling like maybe you like a Man feeling like he a bag up plan or something. Just in case everything else go wrong, I might need you to help me pay some bills. And that's how men feel later on in life when women decide to settle down. A lot of men at the back end, um, the reason a lot of men sometimes don't want to get married sometimes is because they feel like they ain't the first choice. They ain't your second choice. They ain't your third choice. They way down the line of your 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th choice. And they ain't got no skin in the game. A lot of men ain't got no kids, bam. Everybody got their own separate stuff, got their separate houses, separate this, separate that, separate kids, separate family, separate baby daddies, baby mamas. Everything is separate. So it's kind of hard to put something together that wasn't never together. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So sometimes a man, um, a thinking man, sometimes a lot of men don't think about what situation they putting themselves into. It is it beneficial? And I think a lot of men would move different if they thought about what is beneficial to me, not just what's beneficial to the woman. Because you have a lot of women want to get married because it's like a bucket list. It's not nothing they really wanted. They really don't want to be a wife. They really don't want to clean. They really don't want to look after a man every day. Um, a lot of them look at it like, yeah, I done did everything else. What the hell? Might as well get married. Shit. 3 of my friend girls got married last week, you know, and that's how I feel like it be sometimes.
Have that wedding fever.
What's up, Nikki, up in his house?
Hello, hello.
Yeah. So what you think about what I said?
I can feel what you're saying, if a guy's not feeling needed or that he's just there for what they can use them for, maybe that will make him leave, show respect and appreciation, if you don't do those things, make them want to leave eventually. No ties. A lot of times people are getting in relationship with already made families. Then you're
Yeah.
not bearing children together. So sometimes people don't feel like there's an anchor to make them stay. Or maybe it isn't enough to make them want to just stay in that relationship.
Okay. And since we went there, I wanted to go here next. Bam.
Not being number one in a household.
A lot of um, men that been with their um ladies and stuff for a long time have felt number one some part of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Some part of the relationship it was just starting, woman sneaking away from her mama house or whatever, whatever. He's feeling like he's top priority. And you get into relationships now and it feel like a man is on down the line, saying versus because when people get married or anything like that, it say that they become your intermediate family. Like even when you're in front of the preacher, I done been in front of a lot of weddings, and I be listening when the preacher starts saying. He starts saying them little rules and regulations of the marriage and thing. He be like, "Well, don't nobody come between y'all. It's you and them against the world." Don't let the kids separate you. Don't let none of this stuff separate you. And soon as a kid get born, it separates y'all. What's up? What's up, Donna? Up in his house, up in this thing. Um, sometimes that happens soon as the baby here, and then it's like the baby is number one, this and that, and now, oh, move over. I got the baby. Then slide over here, do that, and the baby becomes number one, and he comes number two now. Oh, you so precious. I love you to death. And he's sitting over there like, you ain't never talked to me like this. You know
My God.
But I'm just saying, like, and sometimes it be like that with ladies too. They get the children born, and the man be like, yeah, my baby, and this and that, and then he be like, man. And then you get the argument, be like, "Oh, soon as my baby get old enough, I'm out of this motherfucker." Or, it just feel different. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Shawanda? Up in his house, up in the thing.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. But
But you
what
know
you?
what I want to do? Some guys probably feel like that. Look at the baby. Oh, they're sucking on my titty.
Yeah. Okay, people think Martin Lawrence was tripping or what's his name when he made that stand up a long time ago. He was like, look at this little nigga sucking my little titty dry. And, I mean, look at him. He just deflating it. He like, it just really like real comedians know how to take real life and let you look at it how real people looking at it. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And and,
They
and
make
he
a joke of it, but it be on point.
right. It be what men be thinking in their head for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing like a man about fucking mansion of a crib to put beside the bed, but she want to lay the baby right there in the middle of the bed between. He want to get some sex at night. He like, I can't even make a move. Now the baby in the middle every night. You know what I'm saying? I can't even roll over. Now I got to be hesitant how I sleep. You know what I'm saying? It just people don't realize um once somebody feeling like it's just like a person taking a dog and start trying to make the dog sleep in the room with them. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like two is company, three is a crowd. It always been like that. But it's like people can't see that on another level like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And 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 um and you know, women can point fingers and probably tell the man, "Oh, you being selfish," but it's really the other way around. You being selfish because ain't no reason I paid all this money for this little crib to put on side of the bed, the best crib they had in the store. I mean, making sure that the baby don't roll the wrong way, this and that, blah blah blah, all this thing, the right blankets, the right this, so it won't get won't can breathe or whatever, and you buy all this good stuff, and the mama still can't attach herself from the baby to put him right there next door to her in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Can't do it.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
But you don't think about time when the baby needs to be nurtured, like it probably just need this time. That doesn't count, huh?
No, because what that is like spoiling the baby. It's like carrying around a baby too much. No, I'm serious. It's like carrying around the baby too much and never putting the baby down. And every time you put the baby down, the baby hollering now. It's the same thing. When you try to take the baby out the bed, now the baby used to the bed, and now the baby hollering because the baby don't want to get in the little crib now. So
Right.
it's always something that sometimes people got to realize that you got to separate yourself from this a little bit to make make time for your significant other or whatever, on that type of thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, read that.
Donna said, not much, y'all. Hey, blended family is on the rise. Get ready, everybody. But for real, though, they got to make it work.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you can't stop it. But what I'm saying is that's what's making it harder and harder for couples to stay together because it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to make the unnatural natural. And then, wasn't it? What's up, John? Up in his house.
What's up?
Man, miss you too, man. You ain't been on here, man. It's good to hear you seeing things on this thing. We were just talking about Nashville the other week. Yeah. So you saying it's about the man. No, I'm saying it's about the family, and the man should. Most men want to feel head of the family. When you see fractured families, you see families when you see the pictures and you don't see no man in the picture, all the women at the table, yeah, the kid's bad as hell. If you just look at them families with no man in the picture, because the men are natural disciplinaries and stuff like that. So when you see a family that don't have no men in the picture, as soon as they got through taking that picture, they probably fighting right after the picture. They probably I know, I'm just telling the truth. They probably fighting right after the picture. They probably like, yeah, god damn it, that. But see, you ain't get my good side. This and that. I mean, the women just over some misdemeanor stuff. But that's why everybody always, when a man, when the big man of the family died, they always say the backbone of the family. You know what I'm saying? Because he the one that kind of holds a lot of stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And when we downgrade men and we put them, and we don't put them number one, we don't put them first, then we having a strange kind of family that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I guess you saying nope, that they ain't fighting after the picture or something. Okay, I don't know exactly. But I mean, that's just one thing about it. We done reached a point on this world or whatever where the man is not looked at as being number one no more, and most of the time, families like that is going through some things. It might be some daddy issues up in there. It might be some man hate issues in there, because if you ain't been raised around a man or a man in the household, this and that, sometimes they develop a lack of respect for a man and any kind of man authority, and sometimes a natural little dislike for the man that was in the family that got pushed out the family. They wonder why he wasn't there, or even that, or because the problem sometimes is we got this thing that mamas can do no wrong. So the daddies are usually put on this thing where a lot of people don't even want to hear their side of the story. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear the side of the story, what he went through to even be with your mama, stay with your mama, or anything like that, because mama might have been running these streets pretty good. Could have been already cheated on him. He probably trying to hold it together because they got a kid together, or it could be anything going on that the next person don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You know, it could be, it could be all kind of problems, underlying issues, mental issues. It could be anything going on, but the man is most time perceived as the bad guy. No matter what he do, this and that, a lot of men get the bad guy role at the end. If he tried to stay in there, if he didn't, and it's a battle. It's always an uphill battle for a man to mend the fences between him and his children because they see mama every day. They see him maybe every other week or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a strain when you got one person saying something to you every day, and then you got another person trying to get everything in one weekend, or something. He's trying to jam so much in that he really making the child dislike him because he's trying to control the narrative a little bit in that little weekend. Like, this is the reason I can't do this and this. But it ain't gonna work because all the child see is you ain't there. Why you ain't there? Why you ain't never been there? Why I can't see you every day? You know what I'm saying? So it's rough.
There are some guys out there that do see their children almost every day, whether they live in the household or not. Even if it's a quick pop in, put eyes on them. Some
Yeah,
people
but
do that.
but
But
but,
some
but
people
that's
work different and they can only see them on the weekend or whatever.
but see, sometimes them are houses which has a real broken foundation. Like the man might be pushed out, but he's still really there. You feel what I'm saying? Like he has unlimited access to the woman. See, that all that stops once another man steps into what's his name. Ain't no man gonna get out of work and he come home and the baby daddy already here. To my I came to see my baby and that it sound good.
Uh-huh.
But that ain't how it gonna go in real life
Right.
consequences. I'm sadly to tell people that ain't how it gonna go. No time, anytime when it happen like that, we be trying to live in this make believe world sometime that, oh yes, I give my child access to their daddy, unlimited access because the daddy might want to, you know, um, see his child before his child go to bed. He might get out. He might not get out work till 6. I met a dude today. He worked from 6 to 6. It get dark at 6, right? So now it get dark at 6. So imagine him getting off work and then trying to run by and see his daughter or something at 7:30. He probably had to stop at the gas station or something or whatever. Make it there by 8 o'clock. That most children you try to have them in the bed by 8 or 9 o'clock. Just imagine a man coming over the house round about dark every night, and you got a friend, and what kind of stuff that gonna cause? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So people don't look at the whole situation because even though if it's not tense right now, it might be tense without you knowing. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
might be one dude looking at another dude and he's just saying he feel like he got to deal with it and he just not speaking up because he feel like he got to deal with the situation. But any man, if he's a true man, if he feel like he in a situation he don't want to deal with, sometimes he might just move on than to just force himself to deal with a certain situation. A lot of men, if you don't make it a little more comfortable for the situation you in, if he realized the woman like, oh, okay, you come over whenever you want, he gonna be like, I ain't gonna like this. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It ain't no boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so a lot of men ain't gonna like that situation. Ain't no man gonna like say if he got off at 3, say if he hung at his partners at the gas station or whatever for 3-4 hours, he don't want to come home at 6 or 7 and baby daddy in the driveway. Oh, I just stopped by to see my daughter. Man, that ain't gonna work like that. We all know better than that.
Of
You know what I'm
course,
saying?
of course, of
So
course.
it's easy to say what stuff that gonna happen, but it's harder to make that type of stuff happen because it's so much situation, especially when, like you said, if a lady got a baby daddy or two, if she got two different baby daddies, you got to deal with two other different men coming by or whatever. You barely want to deal with one, and then you're dealing with two. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine one with 3 different baby daddies, what kind of hell it'll cause in the joke. But I'm just saying, then you got to worry about the children, what age they is, do they like you, all this kind of stuff you got to deal with. You might have 2 children like you, one don't like you, but the one that don't like it causing more hell than the 2 that do like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes men leave not because of the woman. They leave because they know they ain't gonna never be accepted by the children.
Yeah.
It ain't even about the woman all the time. See, the woman think the relationship all about her. But if a man get put in a household with children that don't know him and he know the children don't have a natural love, I done seen TikTok videos. I done seen videos of children, like the man fussing at their mom or whatever, the children jumping on the man, whooping the man tail, this and that, especially if the relationship is almost over, or the woman he pushed, or he even got too aggressive with his woman. But guess what? If it had been the other way around, if this would have been their daddy, and he would have got a little hollering, a little aggressive, they wouldn't have jumped in there.
Oh no.
No, they wouldn't have jumped in there. They
Because
wouldn't
they
have.
had respect for him,
Right. You feel what I'm saying? So it's that simple aspect too. And then a man that they scared of, then they ready to go grab a gun, grab a knife or something on him. So it still ain't gonna be what's nice. So the man still might feel like he need to get himself out of the situation because he gonna either end up dead or he gonna end up hurting one of these kids or something, and it still ain't gonna be right. You feel what I'm saying? So it's so much stuff a man got to deal with when he in a certain position, and if he don't have the strength to handle it, he know he got to get himself out of that position. And it's nothing that it's nothing against the woman or nothing. It's just he know that he can't deal with this. This what's going on. Okay, we get out of there. Let's jump into something else. Bam. How to keep a man.
You can keep a man by cooking, cleaning, massages, and sex.
Hey, sounds simple, but if you ask a woman, do she do all 4 of them damn things? Most of them gonna say no. I ain't never heard a woman say, "Yeah, I do all that shit. Clean, massage, wasn't that?" Nah, them the women that been with their man 20 years and 50 years and stuff. No, I'm just saying, like a lot of men are not feeling wanted, needed, all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like simple things, like cutting a man off from sex or putting him on some kind of punishment or this and that. I mean, that's another reason why on the flip side, that's another reason why a lot of men opt out of that kind of stuff.
Out of what kind of stuff?
Opt out of marriage and long term, like They might
Commitment,
say that,
period.
yeah, commitment like that because it's like you commit yourself and then somebody's trying to run your life different. It's like they don't want to give you sex or something, but they don't want you to have sex. So they steady monitoring you or really trying to keep you from getting sex. But then you got the same women out here that's putting the handcuffs on things and trying to make it seem like, nah, you ain't getting that night. If you act better or just like you talking to a man. And I guess some men, like I've never had um, a woman talk to me like that because I think a lot of men don't have to go through that. Don't 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 go through this back and forth. Some men just they can get it when they from their woman when they want it, and then you got some men that's out here like trying to buy some sex from their own woman. It's like they trying to go out here and do all this kind of stuff just to, did you pay the bill today? Did you do this today? I guess. You got 3 minutes or something, I mean, you hear these horror stories from men out here, and and that's what I mean, men sleeping in one room, the one other woman in another room. It's all kind of stuff that men go through that it just ain't right. What you think about that?
I can see it from some standpoints, and I have seen women that boycott all of those things you listed until they get the person to try and move the way that they want. But if a
Right.
person moving that way, it has been done before. So it's on you. Whoever you decide to commit to, it's on you. You got to know who you choose to be in your life. It have to be accommodations for you.
Mm. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, and I done seen it both ways. I done seen people that get sex every day, shit, 24/7. I done seen people get not so much sex, this and that. And I done seen the people that get sex every day break up or what's name. I don't think it's not a one way fits all in no kind of relationship. So because if you in it for just certain parts, you ain't gonna never get what you want. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in it from all, like when they say all them things, when they say good times, bad times, and all that old stuff, if you ain't in it for everything, um, I don't think anybody can be happy in a relationship if they just looking for certain parts. Like you got some people that get in a relationship, be like, I just need them to pay some bills, or I just need him to do this, or won't you just take the garbage out? Won't you just mow the yard? If you trying to get a man just to be a slave or just to get some money out of him or just to, what I'm saying, you ain't gonna like the relationship. He ain't gonna really like the relationship because eventually he gonna realize what's going on in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't realize, one of his partners gonna realize and tell him, man, you stupid, man, or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it goes both ways, and a lot of things. That's why a lot of relationships had to be just right there, because once the outside people in the outside world start getting in your business and all that, it's doomed. It's doomed. I ain't never seen relationships where you talk about how bad your man is to all your friend girls and your relationship gonna last, because as soon as y'all break up, everybody gonna have something to say.
Yep.
Oh, he did you like this, or You wasn't happy. I'm glad for you. Fuck that nigga and all that old type of stuff. And I think that's the worst part about a relationship. Feeling like you have real friends on the other side. Like, when you're in a manga and and her friends become your friends and they friends become your friend. You best off leaving your friends over here and leaving their friends over there, because it'll be fake as hell trying to make yourself feel like you're a part of this group. And soon as the doors get kicked down and kicked open, and what's the name? The friend that's her friend, whether she all right with you or not, she going over here to this corner. You know what I'm saying? And you going over here to your corner. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be split up like it was never there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's the problem a lot of times when, like I say, when men ain't got no skin in the game, ain't got no kids, ain't got what's the name, because men that got skin in the game, like a baby daddy, he gonna be there for the rest of her life, regardless of what you think. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be there for the rest of his life until he die or whatever or something. But you always got to realize that if it go bad and it go all the way bad, most stepdaddies and stepfathers and dudes that ain't got no skin in the game, like I said, trying to mix families, gonna get pushed out their family. Gonna get
Just
pushed out
like
their
that.
family like he was never in that family. I done seen too many. I'm gonna tell you a good thing that I do all the time. I see women talk about how they love a man and they post them all over, oh, me and my boo, we head over here, we doing this, we on vacation, we in the Bahamas, we into this, we into that. Yep, but you also start seeing when she just going out with the girls and they get that they dancing on each other, this and that, you like, Then you go through their pictures and you don't see no pictures of the dude no more. He been white clean of the pictures and things. See, people don't understand how I think that might feel to a man. Me myself, I don't never ever want to be on the pictures if I'm gonna get white clean as soon as it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if more men seeing relationships of what they are, they would be able to handle them a lot better than trying to imagine what it could be. And I think sometimes men don't actually look at a relationship and say, what do she really like me for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I here for? You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes it's like some men feel like it's like a toy that it's like a toy, and I'm gonna bring it around to like a toy, just like a vibrator. I keep it in the drawer, and then when I ain't getting what I want, I pull it out. And goddamn it get me right for a minute, this and that. And then I put it back in the drawer. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then I just wait on it again. And I think a lot of men feel like that a lot of times, like they're getting pulled in and out of drawer to do certain things, and put back in the drawer. That most men know that that without them paying bills, doing certain things, this and that, a lot of women would look at them as being useless to them. It takes a special type of woman to really have something going for herself, or not just um, that has respect for men in general, that can take a man and really look at him and say, I like him and I want him to be around for a long time. Because I'm telling you, every man around here is like two no paychecks away to being kicked out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of men, a lot of men feel like if they lost a job for 6 months, or if they got hurt, or if they were down for 6 months where they couldn't uh, do what they got to do, that that woman's survival instinct come in and she start figuring out how to replace you.
Mm.
And it's just a little way of life. And men just got to deal with it. Let's jump on something else.
Knowing his role and the woman knowing her role and not stepping on each other's toes. I guess that's in a sense of just allowing the person to just be respectful, take care of your situation with the person, and still do your own thing without it being a problem. Like you may want to go swimming every day and she may want to stay home and read books or whatever. So whatever's, floats their boat.
Right. And people don't understand that. And that's when we say roles too, like natural roles, a lot of men like to, do outside work, mow the yard, do this, blah blah blah. But every now and then you got a woman that likes to do that kind of stuff, but they don't want to do it in the way that a man do it. They probably push the lawnmower, but they don't want to weed eat. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But because the weed eater, you can catch a rock or you can catch you know what I'm saying? You can catch something, you can get hurt. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel like, even like I said, taking the trash out to some people is not a major deal. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But other things like, fixing plumbing, doing other stuff, checking the car, changing the oil, stuff, getting on the ground, plugging a tap. I mean, any old type of thing. A man got to stay in a man's role a lot. And then, a woman can do other things, but a woman can kind of stay in her role the same way. She can cook, clean, do like we said, massage or anything like that. And I think stuff would go smoother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If people know their role and stay in it and don't try to make another person do this role, like I think a lot of women, you know, they get a lot of grief when they try to make a man say a man ain't, you've been doing laundry all this time. Now you done watched a couple of TV shows. Now you like, hey, you can help. I ain't the only person here and this and that. But it's like, if you've been doing this, you know, don't step on his toes. He ain't never did this and that. Now make him want to do this part of the house. Now,
Yeah.
if you want to get on him about doing the stuff that he usually do, like, hey, now look at this. This is the crack in the ceiling. You can get him on his type of shit. But when you try to make him do your type of shit, now we crossing over to the, you know what I'm saying, where we stepping on each other's toes. Now you want him sweeping around the house or doing this or doing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a part of stepping on toes too, because some men want to do certain roles and they don't want to do it. They'll rather give you money to pay to do something that they don't want to do than to be doing something they don't really want to do.
Yeah.
A man, a man would rather take out his clothes. I remember back in the day, in the early '90s. I used to take my clothes to the cleaners. Every time I felt like I had too many clothes, I used to grab all of them, stack them in the car, and take them to the cleaners. And then next thing I know, shit, everything hung up and everything, closet space made again, everything because you feel what I'm saying? Somebody did that for you, and now you good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah. So you never thought about it like that, huh?
I did it. I did it.
A lot of men Like a lot of men, like if it come to cleaning up this and that, he probably would rather pay for somebody one time to come help them clean up, boom, 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 than to go and try to go through everything, clean everything up because it's a task. Everything is a task when you're doing certain things, and they got to be done in certain kind of increments. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And women know how to do certain things more than men because even in job, if we just be honest, like you got men as janitors and stuff like that. But then when it come to cleaning and this and that, you got more women that probably doing certain kind of cleaning. The janitors probably doing more like mopping and this and that. Even when you watch a movie, the janitor going down the hall mopping or something. And you know what I'm saying? So it's still certain roles. Oh Lord, I done missed a whole lot. Goddamn, I done missed a whole lot of stuff. Hold on, my bad. My bad. Somebody gonna whoop my ass. Okay, my bad. What's up? Marcus up in his house, up in this thing. Man, I done missed. Oh man, I wasn't even looking.
I was wondering what you was doing.
Oh, I wasn't paying. I wasn't paying. I had got to talking and had lost. I had my thing on the wrong thing. Got to want to be killed. Okay, come on, let's run that thing. What's up, Amanda? Up in his house, up in this thing. Is it women also have opted out? Is more reward for a marriage in this day. Oh, she said no reward. Yeah, I I agree. It's not really a reward like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna say for a woman, the reason that ain't a real reward like that because a woman used to get married, and then if she got divorced, or even if her husband died or something, the house would be paid for and everything. Now, if you ain't got no good insurance on him, if he die, you got to damn near get a GoFundMe to bury him, and then you probably still ain't got enough money. You know, you still paying on an apartment, paying on a house. A lot of people ain't looking. A lot of men, like the old, ain't looking to own a house like they used to. They've been swayed to not, own a house like they used to. Everybody be like, we gonna move and all that shit. Man, go on buy you something. Be quiet. Okay. Read this. She said, "It's the small things that matter the most. That's what I think." Yeah, and the small things is the things that'll get people broke up a lot of times too.
Really? She said it's on a deeper level.
Yeah, yeah. I think sometimes the small things will get you messed up. Okay, come on with it.
Olga says, so women don't deserve the best from men. That's the question. So do we not deserve the best from men?
I think I think I think you deserve the man being the best version of himself. When you say the best from man, I think if a man funds over a woman, he ain't gonna be able to do what he got to do in the real world he's not gonna be on his true mission of the world if he's so busy worried about his woman. It's just like if a dude want to lay up all day, what he gonna get done? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just want to stay in love on you, and this is voo that and voo voo voo, and that's how them other dudes have kids by your woman right there.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Because he got all day.
Understand, sex is good, but like I said, we need it on a deeper level.
What up, Adrian? Brooks up in his house. Um, he said, what up, my dog? He said, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and it always been. And women just, they don't see, women don't even listen to the old school. They really don't care, uh, Adrian, about the old school model. You know, mother used to say you make a sandwich, give them some sex and shit, have the men to be all right. But I don't think women even have this thought of that no more. He said,
Understand?
"What?"
What do you think of? What do you think about what? Well, I think that yeah, healthy and lasting relationships should be more than just about sex. But I'm not saying it should be excluded. You can focus on emotional intimacy. Emotionally, it don't have to be just a physical attraction at all times. But of course, that is if it's a part of something that's gonna make you go to the next day. Then yes, of course.
Yeah,
So I know it's like shared experience, mutual respect. So I think there are so many other levels that we can think of other than just sex. But just like you stated earlier, the things that, some men want simple cooking, cleaning, sex, and massages, that's a relaxation, a
yeah,
part of it. So it's on all levels.
right.
Adrian said hi. Hi there.
Uh,
And she said, and why post a picture of you and your other half? To me, that's being very insecure. I guess that's letting everybody know that I'm with that person. That's sorry. But you know what? So many people want to see who you with so they can see what they can do to split it up. They want to break it up. I don't want this happy. You showing pictures of you and
yeah,
your person on vacation. I'm like, oh, I can't stand them. I'm gonna break this up. It's
yeah.
people that really do that.
That's a good one, dude. Come on with
Look now, I just need a man, my man, not a toy.
it. I'm just saying. Go up. Go ahead.
Marcus said, what about a woman staying in her role? My wife would be wanting to take out the garbage and won't clean up behind herself.
Um, that's what I
So
was saying
that's what
about the
he's
road.
saying. Like, I guess that's a role of a man. He's saying, like, that's his role to take out the garbage and not clean up behind himself. Because if they switched, you know, I don't think the man would be as patient to do some of the things that the women probably do for the men, as in cleaning up behind them.
Right. And it makes a lot of sense.
He said, I dated a guy. When he got dirty, I'm out there with him getting dirty as well. If a man can wash dishes or cook, then a woman can help him as well. I agree.
Yeah. But like I was saying, it would be so much easier if the woman, if when he got dirty and he took his clothes off, she said, "Give me here, baby," and she go put it in the washer and all that and stuff like that. It's that role. You feel what I'm saying? Because once he go out there to change the oil, all you want to do is pass him the oil. He go to oil, baby, gone. Do your thing.
Yeah. Sit there and talk to you while you do it, uh-huh.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on, my bad.
Donna said, "Oh, I've always done that." Okay. Mocha said exactly and right. Both people need to be the best version of themselves, both men and women. So if you can accept the person being the best version of themselves, then work with it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
so many people put on these fake personas for a long time.
And that's my thing now. I think that's the thing about it. We got to learn that we got to keep falling in. We got to let that person that you fell in love with be that person. When you
Yep.
start trying to change him into or her into a different person, then they ain't gonna be happy
Not
trying
gonna
to
be happy.
a different person. They are gonna be happier being them. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, if you choose somebody that smokes cigarettes, don't think you're gonna get in a relationship and your whole idea is to stop them. All I gotta do is stop them smoking cigarettes. That ain't what you want to do. You want to keep them if they ain't smoking. Don't let them start smoking. But you know what I'm saying. But you don't want to be that type of person that feel like you're gonna get in a relationship and stop them from doing. Oh, yeah, that joke be perfect. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Just like if I found a woman and she don't like heels, I'm not gonna try to make her wear heels because I'm not gonna be around. No, okay, come on with
I'm gonna say, I always care. You understand?
it.
I always care. That's why you don't do it.
Mm, okay, what my boy say?
Beyonce, it takes a lot of giving and taking and love. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Well, shouts out to Leon, man. Me and my brother, we back in the gym every day, Leon. Now I ain't seen you yet, but yeah, I know I'm gonna see you somewhere, but I ain't seen you yet. I know you somewhere out there getting it in like this here. But yeah, it's a lot of give and take, and it's a lot of being yourself. See, being yourself is like, say if a man see his woman in there cooking or something, and he like cooking or this and that, and he go in there and grab some stuff and this and that. That's that's just him. You feel what I'm saying? He just being him. But if you cooking and he on the couch watching football, you like, you can get up and goddamn help me. Now that ain't him being him now.
Uh-uh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the
Right.
problem. Yeah, I don't like fake people.
It
Oh,
says, stand on truth, big bro. Speak the truth. Okay.
appreciate you, Ruben, up in there. He's house up in this thing. She said, you right. You can't change the motherfucker. Nah, just add some stuff. I mean, it's hard to try to change anybody. So I always tell people, do not try to start. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do not try to start changing people because it's better to have people that love you for you or like you for you being you.
Right. Right.
So once you stop being you, then you're not gonna be happy trying to be somebody else. You know, it's like if you got a dude and he worked 50, 60 hours a week and he don't want to work no more, you don't go out there and tell him, oh, why don't you just get you one extra job you can do now? No, find a way to spend less money. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You know, if a jungle is spending 60, doing some things, you feel what I'm saying? Find a way to help him out without telling him to go get more job. Won't you shop at the dollar store for a couple weeks? You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Don't let him go out there and working his back, breaking his back. And people don't realize you run a man or a woman, run themselves in the ground, and then you wonder why you don't have this lust. And they wonder why some men don't care. Like sometimes when a woman been with a man, so all you do is work and this and that, and then once you leave, you don't realize why he done sat back and he laying back there. He don't have to work that much to just take care of himself. He ain't out here trying to make bills. He ain't out here trying to figure out how to get his nails, hair, wax, job, his eyebrows done. He ain't trying to go out here and do all this. You feel what I'm saying? So a man can live off a lot less than a woman can because she's trying to figure out ways to spend money. She's sitting there thinking, What to do today?
Why the eyes had to be with it?
She said, I'm there man. What kind of way I can spend some money? Them kids need something to do today. I'll tell you, man.
Marcus said,
What
I
up,
need
Marky?
some therapy.
I'll tell you, man.
Ain't
Something we
nothing
all
wrong
need
with it. We
therapy.
all need
I'm
therapy.
telling you, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you. You know, you can talk all the good shit you want in the world, but everybody needs somebody. You know, just like I got a big homie I go talk to. You know, when I have any kind of problem, this and that, everybody needs some type of therapy or somebody they can go to talk to that ain't gonna run and tell all your business. And then, girl, guess what's going on with everybody need that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. He said, real talk, Lakers. Speak the truth. Hood talk. With all them shout outs in one sentence.
Yeah, because I got to wonder what my Lakers doing. They on right now. Playing basket. The season has started tonight. Boom. And just like that, we might be at 8 o'clock next week. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord. Donna said, I always shop at Dollar Tree.
There it is.
I used to shop at Dollar Tree, but they're not Dollar Tree no more.
They $1.50 now.
They're $1.50 and $5, $10 stuff. I go to Dollar General. They still have a dollar aisle with some great things on it.
Yeah, but Dollar Tree, hold on. Everything $1. That ain't the same as Dollar Tree.
That's Dollar Tree. You know,
okay.
they changed it from everything $1 to Dollar Tree because they're more than just $1.
They still got some. If you go to the right ones, I ain't gonna tell y'all what the right one because then y'all be knocking me out.
There's some. Let me tell you,
but it's the right ones. They got some good stuff in there for that
$1.
dollar.
Go to the right section areas.
Right.
To go to the
right. When I go, even the paint house or whatever, I'll be like, oh, let me go to the dollar. Yeah, the dollar. What's name? Got it. Yeah. So yeah, a woman that shop at Dollar Tree is my friend. Okay.
He said, bro, ask our sisters, why are your kids foolish?
It's foolish.
Why your kids are foolish?
Yeah. Well, if I just wanted to come how kids are being foolish, I think sometimes kids are raising themselves through social media and a lot of things, and they listen to other foolish kids. So, they know Kyle and all these dudes that's influenced by all these other kind of dudes, the Charleston Whites and all that, and everybody think they need to be loud and what's the name, and trying to I think every kid got to realize they got to find their way. And I think while they trying to find their way, they don't need to be listening to dumb people. So that's the problem. A lot of dumb people.
Let me mention this. I was at an event last Thursday. So this lady and we were just talking, and she was just talking to me about relationships. I know her, she was talking about relationships, and she was like, I haven't really given, I started trying to give a relationship a try. And she said, who broke up my relationship? I was like, who? I'm thinking like maybe she's going to say her children or something like that. She told me Kevin Samuels. I'm like, the man that passed away?
Well,
she said he started listening to this Kevin Samuel, then he changed and he started wanting to not drive me around and talking to her different, like he's the big man or something. She was like, it ended. She was like, I've been a year and a half free. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
that's about how long he been deceased, isn't it?
Okay. Nah, he been deceased since 2020 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what it is I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, a lot of men realize sometimes it's just like this here. Kevin Samuels, he kind of came up to be. He does stuff. I think I ain't gonna say kind of like me. I'm gonna say, you know, a lot what men can't say. They want to say certain things, and I think I always been the type of person that I always spoke exactly how I wanted to say it, not sugarcoat it. And I think what he did was sit there and let men see how logical men are and how illogical women were. You know, it was women getting on them, you know, 6 kids, chose every dope deal it was, and now they want goddamn a nerd went making $100,000 or better a year. And that ain't but 1% of the population that makes 100, you know, 100,000. You know, it don't matter what we want to think. You know, sometimes we get around a little group and we know of 2 or 3 people that make $100,000. We think, oh, everybody make $100,000. My lord, my little homie make 50, and they don't even realize the average income in America for women was $36,000. The average income for men in a year was $41,000. So the real stats don't change just because you want them to change. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Real stats don't change because you want them to change. Knowing people that make more money is fine and dandy, but knowing the truth is a whole different thing too. You feel me? Once you do real research, see, a lot of people don't do a lot of real research on things, and then they sit up here and they just want to imagine that everybody is doing better than what they was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes we got to look at it like that. Marcus say Dollar Tree saved nigga many times. He said, he said, I'm trying to stack that money, honey. Yeah. Okay. He said, real spit, bro. What Lakers got to do with our people? Bro, talking about tree. I don't know. Talking about tree, right? This hood, man. Okay. You just started drinking.
Tell your audience what you told me, brother. Educate our people. God is watching. Oh yeah.
It's all right. I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him do that tonight. I'm gonna let
Said this mean, bro. Real talk. Until we tell our people the truth, we quicksand. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. Tell the people the truth.
Yep. But we got to stay on subject the same way too. All right. Come on. Respect. Yeah, you look at the
Of course.
topic for the week too. Go ahead.
Yep. Respect. You know, you have to, when you value the person you're with, you will respect them. You know, you'll keep them in mind. You notice the little things, you know, that are not taking each other for granted. That's all part of respect.
And that's the same thing too. And and I think that's something I'm finna say, you know, even on LaRuben, what's his name? Like even just, you know, being friends and all this kind of stuff, we have to look at it's a certain way that you show respect that you get that kind of respect back. You know what I'm saying? So we all got to look at that type of thing too. And like I said, Ruben, you know, a lot of stuff that, you know, a joker talk about behind closed doors, it ain't meant for the internet. You can't say everything that you want to say on the internet just because you feel like you said. That's how a lot of people end up with no jobs and no this and no that because they just get on here and they just throw stuff out there. And like I tell people all the time, why would you knowing marijuana ain't legal and all that? Why would you get on Facebook and roll up and all this kind of stuff, and you knowing that you might mess around and get fired from your job?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't what you do. And I understand, the Ruben, I hold myself to a standard, but at the same time, like I say, everything that's said off Facebook ain't for Facebook. So you got to look at that too sometime, sir.
Donna said that's right. Education is power.
Yeah.
Yep. You know better, you do better.
And the best education is to know what you can say and what you can't say. And is it helping or hurting? And that's what people got to start realizing a little more. Even though we want to do certain things, you want to talk about certain things, you got to know to yourself, is what I'm saying helping things get better, hurting things, or I'm just saying something just to be saying it, just throwing stuff out here every day. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be, you can be entertaining without being ignorant entertaining, or ghetto entertaining, or something like this here. I feel like um we do have to find a way to maneuver in this new world. We got to realize that you're getting fired for what you say on Facebook, what you don't say, we got to be mindful that um everything that you think ain't for to be put on the box. You know what I'm saying? Like it's plenty of things I didn't think about. I don't just go to no Facebook or what's name and throw it out there into the world. No, I ain't that damn silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I remember just getting warnings on Facebook just by I'm going under somebody's post and I just say some stuff and I ain't thinking. And I done got Facebook warnings and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, hey. But you just say some stuff and don't realize what you said. But it is what it is. Come on with it.
A woman cheating will make a man leave even if he want to stay. His mental will be off. Okay.
What you think about that?
I don't know. I'm not a man. You
Well,
said
I'm just
I
saying.
take your word. I
I'm
can
just
see that
saying.
because I feel like that women can handle it a little more easier if a man stepped out on her and cheated than
Way
if a
more.
woman stepped out on the man and cheated.
Way more. Because
Yeah.
because I
Because
think
we
because
have those unconditional hearts. We can take it more. But a man, his little feelings will be crushed and everything. He
that
can't
ain't
handle
it.
that.
That ain't it. I'm gonna tell you the real reason that women
Yeah, man.
can handle it more. You remember you done said it on this thing a couple of times, and I'm finna challenge you on it. In the Bible, you say, uh, men are put on here, they pose to love a woman, but a woman ain't supposed to love a man. See, I think because a woman sometimes has more of a nonchalant attitude, she can handle things because a man, when he loves a woman, he don't have a nonchalant one attitude when it comes to her. He feel like he her protector and all this, and he gonna ride and die, and he gonna kill. There's a lot of dudes in jail and all kind of stuff because of protecting his woman to the death. There's a man out there. If another man try his his woman in front of him. It don't matter if it's 10 dudes with him. He gonna try to fight all 10 of them dudes because a man is built like that. You feel what I'm saying? And I think it's how we built.
Yeah,
And a man is built to say, this is man, I'm protecting this, blah, blah, blah. A woman ain't built like that. You feel what I'm saying?
I
So
told you.
I feel
I
like that's
told
the. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was telling you, we still have unconditions, because we have more purpose when it comes to love and affection. When a man have that direct thing, like you say, when he feel like he's there to protect and be her security, he will love her. If you get a man to love you, that's something to count it all joy. It's
Yeah.
not easy to do. Donna say, yes, preach it, y'all. I've been in Facebook jail so many times I can't even remember.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, even now, um, they was telling me about, how my stuff was being demonetized or something at one time because of something I said back in 2018, and then some
Oh
I said
Lord.
in 2022. Man, but man, I just went and start answering all them little things. Like they have little things come up. You have to go through Facebook to try to get, answer stuff. Like if you put music up, anything they trying to cancel you over. You know what I'm saying? Like any kind of thing that they trying to figure out, they want to slow you down from growing or whatever. And half of people couldn't even see my content or anything because Facebook be trying to block you, be trying to do all kind of stuff to 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 make you stay in line. I say that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like even now, I know there's certain things that I just can't say on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Ruben, and one thing I'm gonna answer about the you wrong, bro. What makes you right? If I'm wrong, what makes you right? And we got to look at it like that. I'm I I never get on people posts and try to tell them I'm wrong because who got the right meter? What's the meter that tell you that you so righter than the next person and all that? You know what I'm saying? All we can deal with is some kind of facts of this and that. But getting on here just trying to tell people you wrong, you stupid. And a lot of people do a lot of stuff like that. Like, get on people play, oh, that's stupid, that's wrong. Oh, you uneducated. Oh, you don't know no better, this and that. We would get on thing and try to down other people to try to tell them about themselves. But what makes us right? What's the right? What is the right thing? Is it a right meter somewhere that what I'm saying? Like I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? That everybody need to tend to know if you right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Argumentative, tending to argue, having or showing a tendency to disagree or argue with other people in an angry way. Duplication. That's it.
Uh, see, I got some stuff going down here, boy. Come on with it.
A lack of intimacy is disconnection between partners, marked by a decline in emotions and or physical closeness. This can be caused by factors like stress. Mm.
Bam. Come on with it.
Communication issues and health problems. Symptoms include loneliness, resentment, and a reduction in affection. Communication and sexual activity. So you saying the communication issues and health problems, can cause those things? I'm asking.
Yeah. Um, Ruben, I'm gonna tell you this, Ruben. I'm gonna put it up. Man, what's the name? Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, Ruben. Um, when you say God makes me right, you make it feel like you are God or something. Are you standing like you are um entity, the next coming of Jesus or something, that you were able to speak into a certain way that we supposed to believe you over everybody else? What makes your word so better than mine? These are some of the things that we have to tend to when we listen to somebody play God or play like their words are coming straight through God. Because if I sit up and got on the show and say, God told me to tell you this and this and this and this and that, you'll call me a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? So I'm calling you out, and I'm calling you to stand on your truth and start trying to hide behind God and put him out in front to make your truth feel better. So really these your thoughts, and then you want to add God in it to make your what you saying more valuable. So get God out of that and come up with your own stuff and talk through you, and stop trying to use God to hide behind so you can say some ignorant stuff and not be held accountable.
Well,
All right, come on with it.
struggles with trust. Trust issues are a hallmark of intimacy anxiety. Past betrayals or childhood experiences may make it difficult to believe others have
Hmm. All right, come on with that, because we got to get into that other stuff. Go ahead.
heightened stress. Or stress can make it challenging to engage fully in intimate moments as attention is diverted towards one's worries and concern.
Mm, that part. Bam.
Having unresolved conflicts, a lack of intimacy can indicate unresolved issues in the relationship, making it important to implement healthy conflict resolutions. Okay.
Mm, okay. Now we finna get into the second half of the show. Well, we finna start talking about these
Net
this
benefits.
stamp issue. Food stamp issue. See, I did some real research so we can get on to it. Go ahead.
Okay, so payments could halt. So if the shutdown continues, federal fundings for SNAP would be unavailable, and states may not be able to issue November benefits. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Um, People don't realize, like, if they don't if they don't open up the government, if they don't, if we need 5 more votes from the Democrats, all the Republicans done voted yes to open up the government. Got 2 Democrats done voted yes to open up the government, and they need 5 more because they need 60 votes to open the government back up. So need 5 Democrats to stop the shutdown to open the government back up on a clean CR. So, um, so right now, um, we in a danger zone that it might not in certain it's going to differ in different states, that benefits will not be going out. And we got one more thing that's hurting, that I forgot, that everybody that supposed to have a job, supposed to be working 20 to 30. I don't know if they said how many hours a week. I think it's 35. I think you got to work 20 to 35 hours or something like that to to get. Well, I might get it on one of these better. Let me see. Um,
I think it's 30 hours a week or 80 per month.
it's 20.
It said the requirement can be met through a combination of work training, which those who work 30 hours a week being exempt from additional SNAP work requirements.
Yeah, but look at this one. Read that one at the bottom.
Okay. Meeting requirements. ABAWDS must
Oh, so both of them could be true because you probably got to start off working these many, but you got to at least to keep them be still working 20
but
hours a
listen,
week.
but listen, it says for a training, like if you're not working, you have to do a combination of work and the training.
Okay.
You know how some people just go to a school and say I can't
Oh,
work
okay,
because I'm
okay.
in school.
Yeah, I
So
get
they're saying work or participate in training or at least 20 hours per week to continue receiving benefits after a 3-month period. So you got to show some sign that you're trying to
but
grow or you're trying to help yourself.
let me get back. Let me get back up here where I was then because I went to them. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, Ruben. I ain't gonna do that kind of talk on there. I'm gonna talk about all Americans. I'm not gonna talk about just white or black or anything like that, even though like we deal with more black issues and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna get into American is different than this American. I'm looking at Americans and I think to move on, uh we always holler about how we love Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King stressed he want people to be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And I
Right.
think for us to move on, we got to get to a point that we're judging people from the content of their character and not trying to judge people of the content of their skin. So I know, Ruben, you like to get into this little racial type thing. I'm not getting into that with you, and I'm not doing that. I ain't changing no narrative. I'm telling you what I believe in, and that's how I'm gonna run this show. I'm gonna talk about character, not in the content of your character, not the color of your skin on this show. That's just how I'm gonna stand on it. I ain't gonna get into that because I'm sick of people whining about race, 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 and I'm not gonna be a whiner, and I'm not gonna be a person that's divisiveness. I'm gonna use my platform to bring people together, not to try to push them apart. And I think you need to have a deep thought about that, your own self, because I talked to you about that the other night. And I don't like when you get into that and you start trying to run that type of game. I think you got to just do a little better, and we got to get out of this race baiting type culture we got.
But listen, he made the statement that talking about what race received more than the other race. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter what race, it's gonna cut off for
and
everybody.
right. It don't matter because listen, it is this nation is 35%. I think it's like 35% white people in America, and it's only is only 13% black people. So when you say more, if it's double and triple more people than us, wouldn't they be have more stuff than us? So let's not do that. Let's not do that with the crime. Let's not do that with, because if somebody, yeah, they get more speeding tickets. Yeah, they get more this. Yeah, they get more that because it's more of them. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do it like that. So I don't want to get into that type of thing.
That's if you were doing a medium on all races, because now we have a lot of Hispanic that live here, Asians that have jobs here, blacks.
Right.
Of course, the whites gonna have the largest number. I think lately, the latest census stated that there was like 59% Caucasian. The next was Hispanic, like 18, blacks only 12%. And we're talking about as America in itself alone. So of course, but it's a new census. I just pulled it up to see.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yep.
I don't like to get into that type of thing.
Yeah, but
Oh,
let's go
oh,
back. Donna
yeah,
said God is in each and every one of us. That's why we strive to be a better version of ourselves. No disrespect, Mr. Rubin. God bless you.
right. Yeah,
Preach it.
yeah. And I just think we have to get out of this notion, um always trying to be divisive, always trying to find somebody to point the finger at your own what's name. You know what I'm saying? I point fingers within. When I have a problem with myself, I say, what can I do better to straighten this out?
Oh, you do that? Okay.
Man, so I think enough people don't do that instead of pointing out saying, if he wasn't doing this, then I could do this. You know what I'm saying? Like just figure out how that you can make yourself better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. And sometimes when you work on yourself to make yourself better and better and better, it make everything better around you. Because now you're not concentrating on everybody else. You're more concentrating on striving to make yourself a little better. It's just like if a person, like say if a person have a problem with smoking, drink, whatever they got a problem with, you know what I'm saying? If you start making little changes to do better, just like I talked to my cousin, shots out to my cousin, he watching whatever. I talked to him today and he was saying, he gonna start, um, he didn't drink the other day, didn't drink a couple of days. He trying to stop drinking a little bit, and and then he just said, you know what, I'm gonna start, I ain't gonna drink to this time of the day, and I ain't gonna get but a little old half of, a little bitty bar, this and that, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all this is a start. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you do is a start for a change. And the only way you're gonna make changes to yourself, just like I was talking to a lady the other day, and she told me, oh no, I'm too old to start eating right. I said, huh? But you know what I'm trying to say is you're never too old to start doing a little better. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, you know, um, I think if we get out this mind state that, too old to do better, or it's too late to do this or too late to do that, I think a lot of us can do a lot better than what we doing. All we got to do is just think we can do better, and we will. And don't forget to like, share, and all that kind of stuff too, because we gonna get into these stamps, boy. We gonna get into this thing. Okay, come on with it.
Well, now the EBT network may be shut off, which could impact the ability to use any remaining balance on the EBT cards after October 31st, which is true because they're saying that if it still be shut down by November 1, even if you have a balance left from the spending you had from October, you
It
wouldn't be
might.
able to use it because they're going to shut the entire transmission system down where you can't even use the October balance you had on there.
So you
If you
heard
had a
that.
few you saved from October, if it's not open by November 1, you can't even use those until they open up again.
So that means, yeah, yeah, and that means right.
Get
That
those
means
deep
when
freezers
they get
back.
close, when they get November, hold on, October the 30th, before I say before Halloween, spend all your stamps. Put a lot of stuff in the freezer or whatever. Buy. I'm gonna tell you what I do when I'm trying to save money or trying to spend. When I used to help people spend food stamps. hey, hey, you have to buy all the high dollar products with your food stamp. The meat, gone stack your little meat, your little fish
Family
or whatever.
packs,
But
whatever.
all the high stuff they're gonna keep you thick or whatever that you like, go on pack it in the freezer and go and get the high stuff out of the way because you can hustle up on $1 to get some bread and the little stuff that you might need here and there. But all that high dollar stuff, go on get that, the steaks, the turkey, all that stuff that you feel like you might need. Get all that stuff and pack that refrigerator up so you can be able to, do what you gotta do. What's up, Nikki up in his house? She said, yes, we are
We
need
all
to.
need to look within ourselves.
Yeah,
She was
we
trying to
do.
say all.
Yeah. And we when we do, we all got to look inside instead of looking outside. Um, um okay, bro said, bro, if you're right, why are our people lost? Because they I'm gonna answer this question short and sweet. Because they refuse to find themselves.
Look, a combination of things.
see,
Social
see,
trends
see,
are taking people out of here.
see, 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 loss is a construct, is something in your mind, you know what I'm saying, that's keeping you thinking you lost. Find yourself, find your inner being, try to bring peace within yourself, try to make yourself better, and you will find that everything else will be better.
But haven't you noticed too, just like you said, the lady said to you that she's too old to start trying to eat right. People
Right.
better because we don't know what's in this food these days. There are so many high rise of death. People that weren't sickly are being diagnosed with cancer. Chronic diseases, mental health issues are on a high kickoff. You don't know what the instability is that's being developed in our lives, especially with those that probably took, like the vaccinations. There are so many people that's coming back, because those things came around so fast. You didn't know all side effects from being a part of that. So there are so many things that we have to worry with in life and within ourselves, just naturally, our bodies.
Yeah.
So we just have to be mindful. That's how a lot of people are being lost.
And,
You're
and
not within yourself and checking to see what can I do to make my life better.
and then we got to look at it like this here. It is foods that are here to fight diseases. It's foods that fight
Natural
cancer.
foods.
It's foods that we got to start putting foods in our body that's working in our body. That's working. You got to eat to live, not live to eat.
Yep, and we found out that sugar is the number one thing that leads and feeds cancer and things like that.
Right.
Hi, Nikki.
Um. Okay, come on with them.
Nikki said, I'm white, but I was raised by my father, Charles Warden. He taught me not to look at color because it doesn't matter. All lives matter. Just get with it, y'all. peace and love is all that matters. And that is so true.
Right.
I'm telling you, these days, that's one of the main things that I'm okay with, not making everything about racial. It's not black and white only. You know, it's more about the
And
person.
and the problem is the reason people lost Ruben is people want to look at stuff as racial. And instead of looking inside ourselves or what we can do to change our situation, we keep on thinking way back, well, we don't even know, and trying to figure out stuff that happened in 1820 and 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 how is that affecting us? You know how it's affecting us now because your ass won't let it go. It's just like if you get somebody been jumped on, like beat up by somebody, and you keep on imagining this person wasn't. You can't even move on from you got how they said triggered type stuff going on because you can't move on from something that happened to you. And that's how people can become lost. When you steady trying to grab on some stuff that don't pertain to you, you know what I'm saying? Or you trying to down people that you don't know, never met, and all that. We don't understand what's going on even around us no more because we so busy trying to figure out point the finger at somebody instead of pointing the finger at ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
So
So,
true.
so and Ruben, I'm gonna tell you, you ain't never been in the Oval Office. You ain't never been to the White House. You ain't never met some of these people, man. And I hate that we as black people, we got to point the finger. We got to hate everybody that's sitting back trying to help us. I mean, we done sat there and we done watched DC. I ain't had no killing in a whole month now. We done watched Memphis. Ain't had no shootings, no killings in a whole 2 weeks now. And we don't want to even say that it's a good thing. In Memphis, don't you know that they have found missing 44 missing children.
Since they did
40,
the invasion,
yeah, 44 missing children. You can look it up. They done found 44 missing children in Memphis. You know, and we don't even understand like what law and order and stuff look like no more because we've been sitting here, laughing so long, and we don't even realize how just how this stuff is right now. Well, it's kids. They probably want to come back home now because they can't stay in the bando no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I done stayed in abandoned houses. I know how people do when they running away from the world and where they got to go to. You know what I'm saying? They don't go to no luxury place or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Um, I don't even know what to say to you, Ruben, right now. But good luck for them type of response because I'm finna go to this next subject right here. That part. Not gonna be drawn into that. Go ahead.
impact may vary by state as state administers the program differently. Some states have already issued warnings about payment delays.
Mm. Yeah, I seen that on TikTok. People reading out their thing with people where they already sending out notices that what gonna happen. people are bracing for it. I bet people getting on the on TV talking about they gonna start uh, stealing food and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't that serious.
All right, there go another one up there.
For assistance, um, contact your local food banks, food pantries, or local church pantries. Oh, they out there.
Hey, Ruben, it's certain words you shouldn't say on here, even though I know you want to say anything you want to say, but it's certain words. I'm surprised you ain't been banned on what's the name ever that
Well,
I
you
know
know,
about.
it'll make you
But
it'll
some,
flag you, so that's not good.
yeah. But have respect for the platform, Ruben. If you want to talk to me about some of this old crazy stuff, you can talk to me after the show. But have a little respect for the show, not to say certain things, especially about the president and stuff like that. That ain't what's name. Yeah. Yeah, we all gonna say a little prayer for Ruben right quick. Can you lead us off, um, Bella?
Okay, Father God, we come to you today. We ask you to bless the hearts of those that may have disagreements, utter their tongues, and guide their thoughts. Amen.
Woo! Okay. Joker needs some help, man. This man all up in the Prince of England and things, man. Go, man, come back to Jackson. Man, you all over the place. Come back to Jackson, man. We talking about some this snap stuff. Come on with it. This man all in England.
So, New York requirements are able bodied adults without dependents will be enforced nationwide starting November 1st. Well, we staying on this subject, so
Yeah.
and that's it. Regardless of how we may feel, like there are some that just may not be blessed enough or may be blessed enough where we don't have to get the SNAP benefits, that are issued to some people. And it may not affect you. But just think about those families that depend on that to help them provide meals for their family.
Right.
My heart goes out, to them. And I just pray that it all work out in their favor to find, help in assisting their family needs. It's some people that really do right about by their SNAP benefits and really need it to live on.
Right.
So even those with Social Security and disability payments, I pray that there don't be a problem with that issuance, which it should. Well, it may be. I don't know because November payments will be for the month of October, but in the month of October, um, there was no opening, so I don't know how those benefits will affect them if it carry over into the next month. Which I hope it doesn't, because this is what day 21.
Yep. Day 21. And um I hope I hope the next couple of days because
There is an answer.
I see pressure is being pushed up on everybody. I see, Republicans coming every day. They coming out holding a press conference saying, "Yep, the Democrats. We just need 5 more votes to open the government back up." I don't know why they playing because they trying to get health care back to the illegals and stuff like that and all kind of stuff like that. But hey, we just need the government back open. Let's try to make it happen. Let's try to make it happen, Cap. You know, come on with it.
So meeting requirements Must work on participant in training. We've already went over this. Like we said, at least 20 hours per week to continue receiving benefits after a 3-month period.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, I'm moving a little slow on them. Come on with it.
So there is a state waiver, right? So there's a reduced waivers. The state waives that have previously allowed some individual to be exempt from these requirements will be significantly tightened. So if you got by not doing anything, working or training, anything like that, they are going back to reiterate these laws to make sure you are doing what you're supposed to be doing while receiving these benefits.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
just a notice.
It's good to have somebody that can break it down and kind of, okay, go
So the
ahead.
notifications, like states are in the process of notifying beneficiaries about these changes. Like, I don't know if Mississippi have, but I'm sure that Mississippi is going to participate in not giving those funds, although there are emergency funds that could pay it. But of course, they're going to rely on the government in issuing it. So let me see if there's a notice from Mississippi.
That what you finna do?
Hmm.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. The Ruben, I don't even, sometimes people got to just listen to themselves. Sometimes it
Oh,
just,
there is a notice. It says SNAP benefits for Mississippians are not expected to be issued in November of 2025 unless funding is approved. And the
mm.
USDA has notified states that it cannot fund November benefits if the shutdown continues.
But Adrian said, he said, I hope they don't play with my disability payments. That don't affect that, do it?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
See, it what you get paid in November is for the month of October, right?
right.
October, the shutdown started October 1.
And
So
then they
this
said it might not jump back off till December, even if they open back up. Like you can't get no payment till December.
right. Although Social Security and IRS are still working, they are considered essential employees, and they are working. They are
Well,
working. Excuse me
oh,
one second.
let me put you up here. Now, Ruben, boy, you just got to stop calling people all these names, man. You know what, Ruben? Would you feel it kind of bad for somebody to just start calling you names because you don't agree with what somebody doing or whatever? Um, Sometimes you got to do what's beneficial to in front of you, and sometimes we don't see that because we so busy trying to go off on everybody. That's the probably the only thing the reason I know I couldn't stand on the corner and just holler at people and all that type of stuff is because I don't want to be a person that's that's viewing myself in a negative light and viewing yourself into a certain kind of hatred for other people just because they different than you.
Hmm.
So I think, when you get to that point, Ruben, it's like you're attacking everybody. You're attacking me, you're attacking your mayor. Well, not your mayor, because you don't stay in Jackson. So, you know, you're attacking my mayor, you're attacking my city, you're attacking a lot of stuff that's going on around here. and who is your mayor out there? I mean, I see you regulating about Jackson and this and that, but you don't lay your head in Jackson. We trying our best to do whatever we got to do to make Jackson a better place. We trying our best, and I don't, you know, I don't think you noticed that Jackson ain't got a whole lot of money. We need help, and we trying to help. We cleaning up slowly but surely, but it don't happen overnight. And just like anything, you got to pull and push, and you got to work with other people to get a different result. And I think sometimes, Ruben, you get into that thing when you start just going off on people. Who gonna help you? You know, like um, you like sometimes people like old Grinch. You just going off on everybody just cause. It's not because it's helping, because you going off on everybody ain't helping the situation. Sometimes you're just going off just to be going off. And that's the only thing I don't like about a person with out of what's name, the same people that'll go off talking about, you look at a person on the corner going off and fuck yeah, oh you running behind this and you doing this and doing that, and you ain't supplying nobody no jobs. You ain't supplying nobody. Who you working with to make them better, this and that. Your word ain't good like you think it is, because I know a couple of things you told me you was going to do, Ruben, that I ain't seen happen yet, or you ain't did that you said you was going to do. So we can, if we want to point fingers, everybody got fingers that can be pointed, Ruben, including you. Because sometimes your word got to be just as good as your hate. Some people hate more than the good as their word is. And being a Marine, being a former Marine, because if you was still a Marine, you would understand that you under the thing of the president, and you wouldn't be down talking your president. You would be following orders. But so since I know you're not a Marine right now because you're not following orders, or you don't have no respect for the office. Donna, Donna said we need to lay out these problems at God's feet. Faith in God every day. All love. And she said, Mr. Rubin needs to lay his problems at God's feet and have faith. And I agree. I agree. All this fussing and ain't doing us no good. I hear more people fussing. I talk to people all the time. I say, if you was this, if you was mayor, if you was this, what would you do different? They ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say. I don't want to be the mayor. I don't want to be this. I don't want. But why don't you be quiet? If you don't want to deal with the problems that's around here, stop acting like you do. Stop acting like you part of the solution when you don't have a solution. A lot of us talk about problems, but we don't never talk about the solution. Oh, my bills. I ain't got no money. Well, won't you stop drinking so much? Won't you stop smoking so much weed? I can calculate that money up, and that would help you. But we don't want to do stuff that'll help. We just want to keep on doing the same thing we want to do and make it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like we just got to look at stuff different. And I think until we start looking at stuff a little different and really trying to really be different, we got to stop whining. We wasn't a whining people. We was never whining people. And I done seen more people whine now than trying to figure out a way than I ever seen before. And I'm talking about, I'm going to say strong men. I've never seen so many strong men that should be stronger out here whining about everything under the sun that's going on around them instead of trying to make a way.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of women don't have faith in us because we ain't standing on business. Because if you walking behind somebody, say you in the dark and you walking behind this, ooh, what that just came back?
Who is
What?
that?
Oh, they go. Uh, why would they keep on walking behind you? They might well go back home if they want to be scared all night. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not walking in strength. You're walking in scaredness, paranoidness, and
Yeah.
all.
Mhm.
You feel me? And you wonder why women won't follow y'all. Women don't want to follow nobody just as scared of them, complaining just as
Right.
them. Men do not supposed to be on here complaining. Men supposed to be making a way. Stop pointing fingers. Stop complaining. Start making a way. That's our problem right now. We complain too much. We not making a way. Put your weed down. Put your wasn't. If you want more money, cut the bullshit. You remember how they say cut the fat off the meat. If you want pure, if you want to be better and all that, start doing something better where you save some money. Start putting some extra hours in somewhere where you can make some extra money. Don't sit in the house and don't get out here and just cry about life. And you got the same 24 hours a day to do anything you want to. All this cry stuff don't look good on us as black men. And that's why black women have lost a lot of respect for men because we sitting around here crying, woe is me, this and that, instead of pulling the bootstraps up and trying to make our way. Women do not want to follow weakness. When you watch what that movie name is, it Simba or whatever, the line or
The
whatever,
Lion King. The Lion King.
or whatever, Simba or whatever, that you don't see him right here. Yeah. He walking and he got his chest stuck out and he's strolling and he act like he the man amongst men. Even if even if you might be a little scared, you still got to stick your chest out and go out here and make it happen every day. All this whining I've been seeing from grown men is not a good look. It's not a good look. Every time we get on every platform, we want to blame everybody for our problems. Oh, they holding me back, the man, this, that, and blah, 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 blah. No. Only thing holding you back is you don't see the vision. You don't see no different vision. If a bridge down right here and I need to get to the other side, I might have to go the long way around. But I can get there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we done got to the point that we don't even want to go across the bridge. Look at the bridge. Up, got to turn around. Can't go. Done gave up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men done got to be these type of men around here. We give up too much. We point too many fingers. We whine too damn much. We got to pull up our bootstraps and start being men. Get this woman shit out your blood and start being back men. It's the women that supposed to be crying and whining and doing all this woe is me or emotional. Us men, we got to be focused and trying to get and make something happen and stop whining about what is holding us back. Ain't nothing holding us back. If you ain't locked up and you ain't got no chains on you, this and that, you can make you a way. Start spending money on stuff that gonna make you money. Start buying you tools. Start buying you wrenches. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I ain't gonna just rant on that. I started going to school for different things. When I started going to CDC and all these things, I started going to school for different things. And the reason I was going to school for all these different things, plumbing, mechanic, all these type of things, is whatever I went to school for, and I can do it now, that's a bill I ain't got to pay. That's something I ain't got. That's a bill that I can save and save and save. You know what I'm saying? See, a woman got it in her mind that she got to pay for everything. See, even women are trying harder not to pay than men now. You got women that's coming out here saying, well, I watched a YouTube video and I did this. You got men that's running around here and, won't do simple things. It's a little leak up under the sink. It's been there 8 years because the dude won't get under there and just tighten the thing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this little stuff, a little washer, a little rubber, a little something that might be stopping you from being great. And we just got to sit up here and we got to do better. We got to do better. And we got to stop whining. And I'm sick of hearing the whining.
No more whining, huh?
No more whining is the theme for this week. Let's stop whining. Please. It's not a good look for you black men to always, if you so-called kings or you that you say you are, kings don't whine. They grab their sword, they make it happen. They go out here and make it happen. Kings, real kings, don't whine about what everybody else doing. Kings just conquer and keep on going. So if you're a real king out here, put the whining book up, put the whining thing up, and let's try to make a way. Try to make a way to conquer this week. And all you got to do is start a week at a time. You conquer this week, then try to conquer next week, and it goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Try to conquer day for day. Just all you have to do is conquer this day, then go conquer the next day, and that's how you can do it. Then you start trying to conquer a week, for the month, and then that's how you build. But all this whining, we got to stop that. It's not a good look. It's not a good look.
I agree.
You heard that? Thank you, Miss Bella, for leading us in prayer. God bless y'all.
Calm the storm.
And God bless you too. And we gonna get up. We can't stay on here all night because people I gotta go try to make something happen in the morning, player. I'm sorry. I wish I could stay up here all night, but no, I can't do it. But you got anything else you want to say?
I don't. Have a good night, everybody.
How they say,
no
one
whining this way.
day at a time. No whining for y'all brothers out here. We ain't gonna do all this whining stuff. We're gonna do some grinding. Let's turn the whining into grinding this week. All right. And good night, y'all. And it was nice and all that good stuff. But like all the time, we're going out like we came in.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
Yeah. Strong.
Listen. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Please. I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. Look at you.
Got him! Got him!
been down. Picture going about 100 miles. That we can't miss now.
Good night, good night, good night. Good night, Amanda. Good night, Shanna. And good night to everybody else that's watching and all that good stuff. And we'll see y'all next time.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Don't worry about what straw do. Do you and I'ma do I. So the boy got a paint job with a clear coat and some fall guy. The girlfriend needed to the beat. I was fresh meat, no
Peace.
big fire.
Everybody else.